Welcome to Breaking News to Trading Moves.
Great to be here.
Today, we're really digging into something big, Donald Trump's $15 billion lawsuit against the New York Times.
Yeah, it's huge. And the claims are serious defamation, libel, basically alleging false statements damaged his reputation.
Exactly. But beyond the courtroom drama, what's fascinating is the ripple effect, right? This legal overhang our sources mention.
It casts this shadow, potentially hitting the NYT stock even before any verdict.
It really creates these clear sort of winners and losers in the market almost immediately.
It does. It's a perfect example of how legal headlines translate into market moves.
So let's unpack that. Who actually stands to, well, gain from all this noise?
Okay, well, some names pop up right away. Think about FOX. The ticker is FOX.
Right, conservative media.
Yeah, you'd expect a tailwind there. More engagement, maybe higher viewership spillover as their audience tunes in for that perspective. It kind of cements loyalty.
And it's not just TV, is it? What about online?
No, definitely not. Platforms like ROMM, right-leaning digital spaces, they're likely going to see traffic spikes.
Because they'll cover it extensively, pulling in people looking for that specific angle.
Precisely. Then there's Meta, which is, Facebook and Instagram. Ticker Meta.
Okay, how do they fit in? It's not an election cycle, technically.
True, but our sources suggest political ad budgets might firm up anyway.
Because campaigns and groups use these big legal fights to push their own narrative.
Exactly. They need platforms like Meta to get those messages out. It becomes part of the narrative battleground.
Interesting. And what about the agencies behind the ads?
Good point. Something like WPP, the big agency giant, ticker WPP.
They benefit?
Well, think about it. All this legal and political noise, it drives spending on, narrative defense and campaign management. That means potentially higher billings for them.
Okay. And, we have to mention DJT itself, right? Trump Media and Technology Group.
Absolutely. Ticker DJT. They're almost guaranteed a boost in attention, traffic engagement.
Just from the sheer spotlight being on Trump, it's like free marketing in a way.
Pretty much. Controversy attracts eyeballs, especially within certain segments.
Right. So that paints a picture of the potential winners. But there's always a flip side.
Always. Let's talk about the companies facing downsides, the perceived losers.
And the most obvious one has to be the New York Times, NYT.
Yeah, no surprise there. They're facing that legal overhang directly. It's costly. It's a huge distraction.
Regardless of whether they actually win the case in the end?
Exactly. The fight itself weighs on investor sentiment. That's the overhang.
And does this splash onto other traditional media?
It can, yeah. Our sources talk about a sympathy risk.
Meaning?
Well, other big names, like, say, the Wall Street Journal, WSJ, might feel some negative spillover. Maybe questions about reliability or advertisers getting a bit cautious in a charged environment.
And it spreads even further, potentially. What about tech?
Potentially, yes. Think about Google, GOGL. This could intensify scrutiny on, news search bias.
How search results are presented during controversial events.
Right. And maybe, just maybe, some ad money rotates away from general news search towards more specific political channels because of the noise.
That's fascinating. And Disney, ticker DIS, how are they involved?
Well, they own ESPN and ABC News, so they're exposed to that risk of getting drawn into politicized coverage.
Which is just another headache when they're trying to focus on their core business turnaround.
Exactly. It's a distraction risk.
And one more?
Yeah. Smaller publishers. Think about the Daily Journal Corporation, DJCO. The general narrative around legal exposure for publishers, especially from a huge case like this, might weigh more heavily on smaller caps in the sector. Creates uncertainty.
Wow. So when you connect all these dots...
It's pretty striking, isn't it? How one single legal event, this Trump lawsuit,
can send such direct and varied financial and engagement waves across so many different companies.
Media, tech, advertising. It touches a lot.
It really shows how today, maybe it's less about the objective outcome and more about who captures the audience during the controversy.
That seems to be a key dynamic. Leveraging the headline noise, turning it into attention, and crucially, into advertising dollars. That seems to be where the real winning happens in the market sense.
It's just a powerful illustration of breaking news turning directly into potential trading moves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Companies aren't just managing news, they're managing the market's reaction to the news.
A really important point. Well, that really highlights how interconnected everything is. Remember, everyone, this discussion was purely for informational purposes. We're drawing directly from the source material provided.
That's right. This is absolutely not financial advice.
And definitely not a recommendation to buy or sell any of the securities we mentioned, like FOX, RUM, Meta, WPP, DJT, NYT, WSJ, GUGL DIS, or DJCO.
It's purely the opinion of the author based on the information we had.
Thanks for tuning in to Breaking News to Training Moves.